I was preparing for this show.
Yes.
So with this B in front of it, it's combining the words leisure, of course,
yes,
with business.
Right.
So business plus leisure equals bleisure.
Bleisure. Oh.
So what does this mean exactly?
So it means that if you need to have a business trip or you need to go somewhere abroad for work, that you combine work and play together.
So you maybe add a few extra days to sightsee.
Right. Because you know, the company is paying for your ticket anyway.
Yeah.
Why not? I know a friend who does that. She goes to Switzerland for a business trip.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, add a couple of days, go to Paris. You know, I'm like, I envy you.
Wow, that'd be great.
Yes. Okay, so here are the expressions that we're going to cover today. Give rise to something, R-I-S-E.
So this means to cause something to happen. Often to make it become popular.
Okay, all right. Give someone the green light.
This is giving them permission, saying, okay, you can do it.
Okay, all right. And also finally, result in.
So this again is telling you what the effect is. There was some reason, this is the effect.
Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and listen to our article.
With the rising cost of living, many people have been limiting their travel. However, work-related travel continues as always. This has given rise to a new kind of travel dubbed bleisure, which is a combination of work and leisure. While this isn't a new concept, many companies are giving their employees the green light to extend their work trips a little longer in order to reduce their vacation expenses. This results in a happier employee because they saved money on their flight and had a brief vacation, and a happier employer because their employee isn't burned out and stressed.
Please join us on page 116. You can find our power article there. Bleisure travel, combining work and play. So let's begin. With the rising cost of living, many people have been limiting their travel. Okay, so not just in Korea, but all around the world, our cost of living is going up. So our power pattern today is a good one. With the rising cost of living. And then you can make a statement. So what does this mean, with the rising cost of living, and why would you use this as a pattern?
So this is often used when you are introducing a situation that is a cause for something else. So the rising cost of living, everything is getting more expensive.
Right.
This is the general situation. And then inside of that situation, it's causing something. So it's causing people to travel less. So it's like you're setting the scene.
Yes.
You're kind of giving the background or the situational information, and then you will go inside and say, this is what's happening.
I see. So basically you're introducing this idea that, hey, the cost of living is really high. And because of that, what has happened? People are not traveling that much.
Yes.
Let's continue. However, work-related travel continues as always. And I like that expression, as always. So people did it before, and they continue to do it now.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue.
This has given rise to a new kind of travel dubbed bleisure, which is a combination of work and leisure.
Okay, so this, which is, work-related travel, given rise to a new word, a new kind of travel, dubbed bleisure. So if A gives rise to B, what does this mean?
This means it is causing something. So it's two things happening. Everything's more expensive, so people are not traveling for fun.
Yes.
On their own, for vacation.
Okay.
But the work travel is continuing. So this is kind of the cause, and it's giving rise to. It is causing. It is creating this result. And the result is a new type of travel.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because when you see the word rise, it feels like an increase of some sort. And while that is true to some point, it is more of a creation.
Yeah, it's like an appearing.
Yeah.
This appears.
It's rising from the ground.
Yeah,
you know?
like a zombie. Maybe not a zombie.
Okay.
But yes, it is. This is the force that is creating this.
Yes, that's right. And it gave rise to a new kind of travel dubbed bleisure. D-U-B-B-E-D. Now, I think Korean people know the word dubbing.
Yeah.
Right? So how is that related to dubbed?
Yes. So dubbing, of course, is whenever you put a new voice, a new sound, to like a character that's in a movie, right?
Right.
So it's about adding some type of sound generally. Here, you're adding a name. The thing you call it.
I see.
Right? So this phenomenon, this thing that's happening, it is called, it is dubbed bleisure.
Okay. So it's just another word for saying the name is or it is called.
Yes.
And it's bleisure, which is a combination of work and leisure. While this isn't a new concept, many companies are giving their employees the green light to extend their work trips a little longer in order to reduce their vacation expenses. This is very important. You may want to extend your vacation, but if the company says come back on Friday and not on Tuesday, next Tuesday, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
So what are the companies doing?
They're giving their employees the green light. You drive.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a driving metaphor, right?
It is.
Whenever you have the green light, you can go.
I go.
Right?
Yeah.
It is giving you permission to go.
Right.
So here, giving the green light means giving their employees permission to do what they want to do. In this case, extend their trip.
Typically, this expression is used in a business situation. Like, usually, your superiors, your manager, or your boss, or the CEO gives you the green light, right? Gives you the permission. So in some ways, it's kind of like giving an order on some occasions. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Green light.
And you're off. Yeah.
And you're off.
Like you're waiting. You know when you are racing? I don't race, but like in a computer game.
Yes.
And you wait for the green light to come on.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the companies are letting the employees extend or to add more days to their work trips.
Yes.
Okay? Let's continue.
This results in a happier employee because they saved money on their flight and had a brief vacation, and a happier employer because their employee isn't burnt out and stressed.
I think this is such a win-win situation. So win for the employee, the worker, who gets a little vacation too, and also what is the result that happens from this kind of vacation?
Happy workers give you happy results.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You remember that old advertising campaign? Happy cows, happy milk or something like that?
Yes, I think so.
Where it was about, making the cows happy so their milk tasted better.
Oh, yeah.
In the same way, if your employees are happy, often they produce better results in the office.
Right. So if A results in B, basically, A is causing B.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so I think this is a great way to go. I mean, if this year you have some vacation days and maybe if you're going to go on a business trip, why don't you add a few more days to that business trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a Korean company, 눈치 좀 봐야죠.
Okay.
So be careful.
All right. With plenty of nunchi.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and listen to that again.
With the rising cost of living, many people have been limiting their travel. However, work-related travel continues as always. This has given rise to a new kind of travel dubbed bleisure, which is a combination of work and leisure. While this isn't a new concept, many companies are giving their employees the green light to extend their work trips a little longer in order to reduce their vacation expenses. This results in a happier employee because they saved money on their flight and had a brief vacation, and a happier employer because their employee isn't burned out and stressed.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 118 and 119. Give rise to something means to be the cause of something. It is created.
Yes.
Did you hear about Hannah's winning the Nobel Prize in Literature?
Yeah, her novel's success will give rise to a number of sequels.
Yeah. So basically, because of this success, it is going to produce more sequels. Standing water gives rise to mosquito infestations in hot climates.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have water that is just there, not moving, then mosquitoes like to go in and lay eggs.
Oh, yeah.
So I have several plants outside, and in the summer, I have some like empty pots or like the little trays.
Sure.
받침도 있잖아요. 화분
Yes.
받침. I have to make sure those don't collect water.
Oh, really? Because of the mosquitoes?
Because the mosquitoes, yeah. So you have to be a little careful if you have just, like if it's a river or a stream, the water's moving, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But whenever that water is just standing there, it can give rise to mosquitoes.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I will never forget my dinner at Key Largo, which is a swamp.
Key Largo? Where is Key Largo?
Florida.
That's in
Florida.
a Beach Boys song, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Key Largo,
Montego. Yeah. And we were having at dusk. And we were, it's outside. It's so beautiful. It was mosquito heaven. And they ate my legs.
But it was in a swamp.
Yeah, it was right by. Yeah, it was right by the swamp. Yeah, right. Ooh, be careful of those swamps, and be careful, Cameron, of your trays with the water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give someone the green light means to give permission or approval. Are you coming to the game on Sunday? All the guys are going to be there.
Yep. My wife gave me the green light to go as long as I call her at halftime.
Okay. It's cute because now we have a husband and wife situation.
Yes.
So we can use it in this context too?
Yeah. I guess, I do feel in many marriages, not all marriages, if the husband wants to go do something, he often goes to the wife and says, honey, can I go watch the game with my friends?
Right. And then also two children, parents giving the green light. Oh, okay, you can sleep over at their house tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We gave one about the wife giving the green light to the husband. Sometimes it can go the other way around. So let's say the wife needs some kind of service done on her car.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, I need to check with my husband.
Right.
She'll call the husband and be like, honey, do we need this done for our car? Okay, my husband gave me the green light.
Yeah.
I'll get the oil change.
Okay,
or whatever.
very good example. So I feel like in that context, it's not so much a difference in kind of hierarchy. Like one person doesn't have more authority than the other, but it's more about like checking in with each other.
Yeah, sometimes it is authority, sometimes it is permission.
Yes.
But sometimes it's just like confirmation.
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah, a second time checking.
Yes. The general gave the green light for his soldiers to attack at dawn. Oh, yeah. Right. I mean, if it's a general, he has full authority, doesn't he?
Yeah, usually. Yeah. If he doesn't, there's a problem,
There's
right?
a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is very much one where the person on top is giving permission or even giving the order to do something.
Yes, that's right. Okay, result in something means to cause something to happen. What happened to Judy and Mike?
Their loud argument resulted in both of them being fired. So
Wow.
the cause, the reason was the loud argument. The result, they were both fired.
Wow. So they were having a full argument in the office?
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
No.
The heavy rain resulted in landslides all over the region. What are landslides, by the way?
Landslides are your 산사태. So
Yeah.
you also call them mudslides sometimes. The mountain just kind of like collapses.
It just slides down.
And all that mud and dirt slides down into the valleys.
Okay. All right. Power pattern today is with the rising cost of living. Okay. So you're setting the background, you're setting up the situation.
Yes.
We're spending a lot of money on our living expenses.
Everything's so expensive.
Okay. With the rising cost of living, more people are getting roommates.
Yes. With the rising cost of living, owning a car is not possible.
Well, especially in Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost impossible.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right. Power vocab, the word is dubbed, D-U-B-B-E-D. And basically, it is to rename something. It's to call something. It's another word for something.
Yes.
Do check out the definition on page 120. And Cameron, what else should our listeners do?
With the rising cost of living, for only a small monthly fee, you can get great value if you go to Audio Hakdang. Subscribe, and you can listen to so many great English language shows.
Oh my gosh, you're becoming a master at utilizing these expressions.
Kind of a pet project of mine.
Very good, Cameron. Thank you all so much for studying with us this week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.